What's up, guys? Teddy Striker here. And this weekend, the UFC is back. Last weekend, there was no UFC event, but this is a big fight. This is in the flyweight division, which is pretty exciting because for some reason, the men's flyweight they don't get main events too often. Sometimes you see women's like flyweight, women's strawweight, and you see men's bantamweight, but you never see men's flyweight headlining the main events for fight night cards. But I think the UFC should make this happen more often, especially with guys like this, Kai Kara France. He's always in exciting fights. Amir Albani, or I think it's Amir Albazi. Sorry, he's got some pretty exciting fights in the UFC. A lot of finishes. He's a great fighter too. But the I'm not sure exactly what the reason was, and we saw a couple weeks ago, Brandon Royval, he knocked out Mateus Nicolau, and that was on the prelims, even though they were both in the top 5. And it was said that the winner of that fight was getting the next title shot. So it made no sense for them to be like that. But either way, now we're getting flyweights as main events. And Kai Kara France, I think he's gonna win this fight. It's Amir is a very tough guy. He's got a great record of 16-1. While Kai, I think he's got 24-10. I could be wrong, but he's got something around that. But don't let that record deceive you. He's a really great fighter. Arguably one of the best strikers in that weight class right now. There's a lot of great, well-rounded fighters. But the reason I feel like he could win this one is because when I look at Amir, he's really well-rounded. He can strike. He can grapple really well, and I think he's mainly a wrestler. But, we've seen Kai Kara France deal with someone like Askar Askarov, who's at the time probably the best wrestler in the weight class. He had a draw with Brandon Moreno, even though Moreno won that fight. But still, he was really great on the ground, doing some good work. But Kai Kara France was able to shut him down. I think he had him hurt at a couple times in the fight. And he's definitely been improving, even though he just lost to Brandon Moreno. But that's a champion of the world, It was getting closer as the fight was going on. The first round, I thought Moreno got it. Then the second, it was Kai Kara France, and I think he was winning the third round up until he got that liver kick. But that just goes to show you that this guy is right up there with the top guys. I think he might not get a finish here because Albazi is a very tough guy, but I think he could get a 5-round decision. And I think it's gonna be a great fight, to be honest. Like action filled. Kai Kara France has very accurate striking, and he's a powerful guy too. He sets up his shots very well. And I think for a guy like Amir, it's just a level above him in the striking department. Amir, he's got a great jab. He can avoid leg kicks really well. And he's got good combos, but he tends to move in straight lines. If he's coming at you, it's just in a straight line. If he's going backwards, same thing. And I think there's some times where he leaves opening for that right hand. He's kind of got an active lead or a long guard with an active lead hand. He'll pop his jab out there. And he'll leave it in his last fight versus Brazilian dude. He left it and he got caught with that right hand a couple times, And I think if you get hit with someone like Kai Kara France's right hand, that can be bad for you. And if he leaves that opening, I'm sure Kai Kara France is gonna take it. And he's got a lot of power too. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to finish Amir. I'm not sure exactly how Amir lost his first fight. He's only lost rather, but he hasn't lost since. He's been perfect in the UFC, undefeated. Had some great wins over guys like Francisco Figueiredo and I think Malcolm X Gordon too. And like I said, the debuting Brazilian dude. But yeah, he's doing some good work. He's got a great team behind him as well, at Extreme Couture. So that's why he's got such good wrestling. Well, Kai Kara France is striking. He trains at City Kickboxing, and that's a great team too. But I just feel like Kai Kara France, his grappling defense and his striking is gonna make the difference in this fight. He's got the striking advantage, while Amir's got the grappling advantage. I'm not saying he can't get the fight down, but I just feel like Kai Kara France's like defensive grappling is really good. Like there's a fight at UFC 259. I forgot who the guy he was that he was fighting, but the dude had him in like a back triangle. Like he was about to get the rear naked choking, but Kai Kara France survived. And it seems like those guys who train at like freestyle MMA or like city kickboxing, their grappling defense is legit. Like remember seeing Volk like in those chokes with Baron Ortega, and he was able to like stay calm and kind of like defend it pretty like well. And Kai Kara France did the same thing in that fight. So I just think that these guys have really good defensive grappling, and they can keep the fight where they want it, or where they feel comfortable with just striking. And I just feel like that's where the fight's gonna be like one for Kai Kara France. I don't think Amir's gonna have too much success on the ground, but I'm just excited for this. I just hope the UFC keeps promoting these flyweight fighters because they're great. But I think the winner of this fight, Brendan Royval is getting the next shot. So maybe the winner of this fight could fight someone like Manel Kape. But who knows? Either way, this is a very exciting time for the flyweight division.